Let's learn English conversation.
Lesson 1. Your English is very good.
Excuse me, what's your name?
I am Thomas. What's yours?
I am Natasha.
Your English is very good.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Moscow.
What did you say?
I said I'm from Moscow.
Nice to meet you.
Me too. Lesson 2. Identifying objects.
What's this?
It's a pen.
Whose pen is this?
It's Lena's.
Is that a car?
No, it isn't. It's a bus.
Is this your handbag?
No, it isn't. Yes, it is.
What do you call this in Russian?
How big is your house?
How long is the street?
What's the name of the cat?
Where's the company?
Which is the right size?
What is the color of your new book?
Lesson 3. Year, month and day.
What day is it today?
It's Monday today.
What's the date today?
It's January the 13th, 2017.
What month is this?
It's December.
What year is this?
It's the year of 2018.
What will you do during this weekend?
Does the shop open at 9 a.m. on weekdays?
It opens at 8 a.m. on weekdays, but at 9 at weekends.
What will you do the day after on next?
What did you do the week before last?
I'll work for the next 5 days.
It's been 5 years since I last saw you.
Lesson 4. About belongings.
What's this?
It's an air conditioner.
Is this yours?
Yes, it's mine.
Where are my glasses?
Do you know where I've put my glasses?
Over there.
On the desk.
Is this your pen? I found it under the desk.
No. Mine is blue.
Which is your bag?
The bigger one.
The one on your right.
Are these books all yours?
Some of them are mine.
Lesson 5. Greetings.
Hello, hi.
Good morning, afternoon, evening.
I'm Sergei Arbatov.
Are you Peter Smith?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine, too.
How is Lena, your wife, your husband?
She is very well, thank you.
Good night, Jane.
Goodbye, Mike.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.
I have to go now.
Lesson 6. Identifying people.
Who are you?
I'm Anton.
Who is the guy over there?
She is Sasha.
Is that girl a student?
No, she isn't.
What do you do?
I'm a farmer.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
She must be a model, isn't?
I really don't know.
I have no idea about it.
Can she be a driver?
Yes, I think so.
Lesson 7. About introduction.
What's your name?
May I have your name?
My name is Thomas.
Just call me Tom.
What's your family name?
My family name is Andreev.
How do you spell it?
Who is the lady in white?
Could you introduce me to her?
Rosa, let me introduce my friend to you.
This is Tom. He's my classmate.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Let me introduce myself.
How do you do?
Lesson 8. Talking about objects.
Do you have a computer?
Yes, I do.
He has that book, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No, I'm a single son.
Does your computer have a modem?
Do you have shampoo here?
What a beautiful garden you have.
Any tickets left?
Do you have glue? I need some here.
I have some left.
If you have more, please give me some.
Do you have my pencil?
Yes, I have your eraser, too.
Lesson 9. Talking about time.
What time is it now?
It's 2 o'clock.
It's 5:15.
It's 10 minutes to 4.
It's 9:30.
It's 1 o'clock sharp.
It's not 4 o'clock.
My watch says 2 o'clock.
My watch is 2 minutes fast.
What's the time by your watch?
We must arrive there on time.
There are only 2 minutes left.
Can you finish your work ahead of time?
The flight is delayed.
The meeting is put off.
Lesson 10. About dates.
What day is today?
Today is Monday.
What's the date today?
Today is May 21st.
When were you born?
I was born on September 1st, 1976.
What time?
You name the time.
I'll meet you tomorrow.
Do you know the exact date?
Please check the date.
What were you doing this time last year?
How long will the sale last?
Only 3 days.
I'll be back in 5 days.
Lesson 11. Asking for help.
Would you open the door for me, please?
With pleasure.
Would you mind opening the window?
Not at all.
I wondered if you could buy me some pencils.
Sure.
Would you be so kind as to lend me some money?
No problem. How much?
I hope I'm not bothering you.
I hope that will not cause you too much trouble.
I really appreciate your help.
I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Excuse me, would you give me a hand?
I'd be glad to help.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Lesson 12. Expression in class.
May I come in?
Come in, please.
Sit down, please.
It's time for class.
Open your books and turn to page 20.
I'll call the roll before class.
Here.
Has everybody got a sheet?
Any different opinion?
Have I made myself clear?
Could you say it again?
Any questions?
That's all for today.
Please turn in your paper before leaving.
Lesson 13. About language.
Do you speak Russian?
Yes, a little.
How long have you studied Russian?
He speaks Russian fluently.
Your Russian is very good.
You speak English pretty well.
My native language is Chinese.
He has a London pronunciation.
He has a strong accent.
I have some difficulty in expressing myself.
Can you write in Russian?
Your pronunciation is excellent.
How can I improve my spoken English?
Lesson 14. Talking about activities.
What are you doing?
I'm reading a book.
I'm cooking.
Are you watching TV now?
Yes, I'm watching Channel 5.
No, I'm listening to the radio.
Where are you going?
I'm going to work.
Who are you writing to?
I'm writing to an old friend.
What will you do this weekend?
I'll go to a concert.
I'll go on an outing with some friends.
Do you like traveling?
Yes, I like it a great deal very much.
Lesson 15. About age.
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Mr. Ivanov is still in his 40s.
I'm 2 years younger than my sister.
My elder sister is 1 year older than her husband.
He's the youngest in the family.
He looks much younger than he is.
I came here when I was 20.
I started school at the age of 6.
My father is over 60 years old.
Most of them are less than 30.
I guess he's about 30.
She's going to be 15 next month.
They'll have a party for their 10th wedding anniversary.
He's still a boy after all.
Lesson 16. Asking questions.
Where are you going?
Where did you go for dinner yesterday?
When will he come to see you?
When did you buy the car?
Who told you?
Who will accompany you to the airport?
Why don't you agree?
Why not go out for a walk?
How did you doing spend your holiday?
How are you doing these days?
What did he say in the letter?
What are you going to do with the books?
What were you doing when I called?
I was about to leave.
Can you guess what I was doing this morning?
Lesson 17. Take directions.
Excuse me, madam. Could you tell me where the post office is?
It's just around the corner.
Excuse me, how can I get to the bus station?
You can take the bus and get off at the second stop.
Excuse me, where is number 5 Street?
Go straight ahead and turn left at the second crossing.
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to Mr. Who's restaurant?
Go on for about 100 meters. It's on your left side. You can't miss it.
Which one is Mr. Ivanov's office?
It's room 201 on the second floor.
Can I use the lift?
Sorry, it's broken. You have to use the stairs.
Where are the stairs?
Go along the corridor and it's on your right side.
Thank you for directions.
Lesson 18. Talking about yesterday.
When did you get up yesterday morning?
At about 7.
I heard the clock, but I didn't get up until 9.
I woke up 7 and got up right away.
I hurried to my office.
I had my breakfast on the way.
I was just on time.
I was 10 minutes late.
I had lunch with a friend of mine.
I finished my work at 6 p.m.
I stayed and did some extra work.
The TV programs were really boring, so I went to bed very early.
I read a magazine in bed.
I didn't sleep well.
I slept soundly all night.
Lesson 19. Talking with friends.
Hi, Ivan, is it really you?
Hi, Anna. Nice to see you again.
It's been a whole year since I last saw you.
Yes, but you look as pretty now as you did then.
Oh, thank you. How have you been these days?
Not too bad.
But you sound so sad.
Yes, I lost my pet cat yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
Have you seen Anna lately?
No, I have no contact with her.
I heard she got married last week.
Oh, how nice. Sorry, I've got to go now.
So do I see you later. Keep in touch.
Lesson 20. Talking about the past.
I used to take a walk in the early morning.
He used to live in my neighborhood.
Did you used to go fishing with friends?
We have known each other for 6 years.
It has been a long time since last came here.
Have you seen Mr. Medvedev recently?
They've been working on this project since last year.
I've been watching TV all night.
The movie began as soon as we got there.
When I arrived at the station, the train had already left.
The late arrival of the ship had messed up all our plans.
I had thought he knew the time of the meeting.
They had accepted me to go with them.
That was the third time that I had visited the place.
After I had finished my paper, I put it in the drawer.
Lesson 21. Talking about daily activities.
When do you get up every day?
I usually get up at 8 o'clock.
Where do you have your lunch?
I have my lunch in a snack bar nearby.
What did you have for lunch?
I had a hamburger and a fried chicken leg.
What time do you start work?
I start work at 8 o'clock.
What do you do at work?
I answer telephones and do some typing.
What time do you finish your work?
At 6 o'clock sharp.
What do you do in your spare time?
I like listening to pop music.
I like playing football.
Lesson 22. Asking about the address.
Hi, Jack, where do you live now?
I live at 147 Peace Street.
Peace Street? Isn't Mary living there?
Yes, she lives just across the street.
How long have you stayed there?
Just a few months.
How about Martha? How long has she lived there?
She's been living there since her birth.
Will you stay there for long?
No, I'll move to Hollywood next month.
Oh, really? I'm moving there too.
Great. Then we can drink beer together.
Yes, and you may stay there longer.
I hope so.
I'm sure we'll have a good time.
Lesson 23. Asking for others' opinions.
What do you think about it?
Is that right?
Absolutely right.
I think you're mistaken about that.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
That's excellent.
He was absent yesterday. Do you know why?
Do you have any idea?
I suppose he was sick.
Will it rain tomorrow?
No, I don't think so.
Do you really want to know what I think?
Please give me your advice.
I want to hear your opinion.
Lesson 24. Measuring and comparing.
What's the height of the building?
How much does the elephant weigh?
What's the color of your new dress?
What's the size of your shoes?
My brother is twice as tall as your sister.
My grandma is 40 years older than me.
This river is 1/3 as long as that river.
What's the shape of your balloon?
How wide is this bridge?
How thick is the ice here?
This metal is harder than that one.
He can run as fast as Ivan.
Jim is smarter than I.
How long do you watch TV every day?
How often do you go swimming?
Lesson 25. About visits.
Hello. Can I see Mr. Arbatov?
Do you have an appointment?
Sorry, I don't.
Yes. At 3 p.m.
Sorry, Mr. Arbatov can't see you now.
He's on the phone.
Would you wait here for a minute?
Would you like something to drink?
Tea, please.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Arbatov is here.
You may go in now.
Good to see you again, my old friend.
How have you been these years?
You've changed little.
Do you still remember that Christmas?
Lesson 26. Asking for help.
Would you please open the door for me?
May I ask you a question?
Please give me a hand.
Could you do me a favor?
Would you help me remove the refrigerator?
Get me my coat, please.
Make me a cup of coffee, will you?
Call me tomorrow if you have time.
Could you tell me where I can find these books?
Certainly.
Which pleasure.
I'm sorry. I'm engaged now.
I'm glad to, but I'm afraid I don't have the time.
Would you mind closing the window for me?
Not at all.
Lesson 27. About marriage.
Are you married?
I'm single.
You have a younger brother, don't you?
How is your family?
She's engaged to Andrew.
How long have you been married?
We've been married for 2 years.
My parents got married in 1954.
Mary gave birth to a baby last week.
They've been divorced.
His wife died a year ago. Now he lives alone.
My aunt will come to live with me for some days.
John has his own family now.
Do you live with your parents?
No. I live in my own house.
Lesson 28. Planning the future.
What time are you going to leave for the airport tomorrow?
Is he coming to dinner?
I'm going to the bookstore. Will you go with me?
They're going to discuss it at the meeting next Friday.
I'll be waiting for you at the restaurant this time tomorrow.
After I get home, I'll call you.
How will you spend the evening?
I'll probably stay home and watch TV.
What's your plan for the summer holiday?
I'm thinking about a visit to Paris.
There's going to be a pottery exhibition at the art gallery.
You are still thinking about a PhD, aren't you?
What will you do about it?
What do you want to do after graduation?
I'll further my study.
Lesson 29. Talking about the weather.
Have you heard the weather forecast?
No, what does it say?
We'll have fine weather for the next few days.
But it's still raining today.
It is said it will clear up tonight.
What will it be after the clear weather?
It says a storm may come next month.
And it may get colder. It's already November.
Yes, and I hope we can have some snow this winter.
I'm afraid it won't be cold enough for a snowfall.
But last year we had a big one.
Yes, but you know global warming may raise the temperature.
You are probably right.
I'm going skating in the Alps next month.
I hope the weather there is cold enough.
Lesson 30. About sickness.
How are you feeling today?
I don't feel very well.
Do you feel better now?
Much better.
I'm sick.
He's got a bad headache.
My fever is gone.
What's the matter with you?
I've got a pain in my back.
It really hurts.
It hurts right here.
It's bleeding. You'd better see a doctor about that cut.
Call the doctor.
Take 2 pills and have a good rest.
I hope you'll be well soon.
Lesson 31. Talking about habits.
I get up at 8 every morning.
I then take a bath in the bathroom.
I shave, brush my teeth, and comb my hair.
I put on a bit of makeup.
I cooked breakfast for the family.
I go downstairs and have my breakfast.
I read the newspaper over breakfast.
I wake my sister up.
I dress my sister and wash her hands and face.
I get to my office at 10:30.
I leave the office at 7.
I buy some food on my way home.
I pick up my sister from her school.
We go to bed at 10:30.
Lesson 32. Expressing different opinions.
He is a very creative student.
What you have said about this is very interesting.
I cannot agree with you on this point.
You've got the point.
That's the point.
The whole class is in a heated discussion.
Let's just run through the arguments for and against.
Please sum up what you said just now.
Has anybody else anything to say on this?
Does anybody share David's opinion?
Is there any evidence to support what you have said?
Well, it depends.
I don't think it's necessary for us to discuss this question any further.
There are always 2 sides to everything.
Finally, we came to an agreement.
Lesson 33. Making plans.
What do you plan to do this Friday?
What are you doing next week?
I plan to go to the concert.
I'm thinking of going to my grandma's.
I'll go skiing if the weather permits.
I suppose I can finish the project next year.
I have no idea.
It's up to you.
I'm considering buying a house.
Hi, Jack, what lessons will you take this semester?
Hi, Lucy. I'll take French and economics.
I'm taking Chinese and history.
Do you plan to do some odd jobs?
Yes, I'm applying to work at the library.
Good luck.
Lesson 34. Talking about neighbors and friends.
Do you know Mary?
Sure. We are friends since primary school.
Really? I was introduced to her just last weekend.
What is she doing now?
She told me she wanted to start a company.
Start a company? But I thought she would be a scholar.
People are always changing, aren't they?
Yes, you're right. After all, she is smart enough to go into business.
But she doesn't have much experience.
You two don't have much contract?
No, I only wrote her one letter this year.
And she?
She sent me a Christmas card last year.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes, we should try to contact more.
Lesson 35. Appointments.
I'd like to make an appointment with Mrs. Andreeva.
She's free on Friday and Saturday.
Sorry, can I see her before Friday?
Let me see. She has 30 minutes Tuesday afternoon.
At what time?
From 4 to 4:30.
All right.
So you'll come then. Please phone in if you can't make it.
I have an interview this afternoon.
I can come anytime except Sunday.
You can reach me at 1,234,567.
He phoned to cancel the meeting.
Please call me before you come.
Please make an appointment with my secretary.
I have to change my appointment from Monday to Thursday.
Lesson 36. About decisions.
It's up to you.
You have the final say.
She insists that it doesn't matter.
He's made up his mind to quit his job.
I've decided not to sell the house.
I'm determined to leave.
Have you decided?
No, I haven't decided yet.
I've changed my mind.
It's still undecided.
Don't hesitate anymore.
Give me a definite answer, please.
It's really hard to make a decision.
I'm always making resolutions, like giving up smoking.
Don't shilly-shally.
Lesson 37. About shopping.
Will you go shopping with me?
Here's your change.
I'll go to pick up some odds and ends at the store.
Excuse me, would you tell me where I can get some butter?
May I have a look at the watch?
May I try it on?
This is too small for me. Do you have a bigger one?
Do you have any more colors?
What's your size?
It suits you to a T.
It's too expensive for me.
Can you calm down a bit?
I'll take it.
How much is it?
How much do I owe you?
Lesson 38. About evening entertainment.
I'm free tonight.
Shall we go to the cinema?
Do you know what's on tonight?
May I ask you for a dance?
With pleasure.
Sorry, I'm engaged.
What about another dance?
You're a good dancer.
What's on Channel 8 now?
I don't know. You may look in the TV guide.
Let's see what else is on.
Did you see the special last night?
I don't want to see any more of this TV show.
Can we change the channel?
I want to see the weather.
Lesson 39. In the restaurant.
What would you like to eat?
Are you ready to order?
I'd like some steak and bread.
What would you like for dessert?
I'll have some ice cream.
Do you want some fruit?
Yes, please. I want an apple.
Anything to drink?
A small glass of whiskey, please.
Here is your food.
Bring me the bill, please.
Can I pay by check or credit card?
Sorry, we only take cash.
Here you are.
Here is your change.
Lesson 40. Seeing a doctor.
What's your trouble?
How long have you had it?
I should say you've caught a cold.
You need an injection.
Is it serious?
Do I need to be hospitalized?
Have you seen the doctor?
What did the doctor say?
Jack is up and about now.
The doctor says that I should take quinine.
What sort of medicine do you take?
The doctor says that I should not eat anything oily.
I had a shot of penicillin.
You have to be operated on.
He gave me a chest X-ray and took my blood pressure.
Lesson 41. About mail.
I have received a letter from my cousin.
I haven't heard from him for a long time.
Send a postcard to me when you arrive in Shanghai.
I put some photographs in the envelope.
He hasn't answered my letter yet.
My mother mailed me a parcel.
We keep in touch with each other by email since he left China.
Don't forget to put stamps on your letter.
How long does it take for a letter to get to Russia from Beijing?
You've got an express mail.
To make it fast, you can send a fax.
My mother has sent me a registered letter. I guess she has something important to tell me.
I find my name on the blackboard. I must have got a remittance.
Do you want to airmail it or not?
I drop the letter into the mailbox in front of the post office.
Lesson 42. Talking about feelings.
You look radiant tonight.
It was a terrible experience.
I am on top of the world.
The dinner was wonderful.
The Christmas tree is gorgeous.
What a boring movie it is.
How can he give us such a tedious lecture?
How fragrant the flowers are.
The party is making too much noise.
You look elegant in that dress.
The coat doesn't suit you.
His flattery makes me sick.
We had a good time.
We enjoyed ourselves very much.
I am bored to death.
Lesson 43. About jobs.
What does your father do?
He is a doctor. He has his own practice.
Do you have any plan for your career?
I want to be a pilot if possible.
I hope that I can get a decent job with a good salary.
I have an interview next week.
I like writing, but I wouldn't take it as my career.
I worked as an intern in that firm last summer.
He's a very efficient young man, though a little proud.
He made a successful career in business.
My cousin has just been promoted to the rank of major.
He is a manager of a famous corporation.
The statesman retired as the mayor of New York.
He was appointed president of the committee recently.
Lesson 44. Talking about dressing.
What will you wear for the party?
I'll wear my blue dress.
Don't you think it's too formal?
Why? What will you wear?
Just my shirt and jeans.
You should have your suit cleaned and ironed.
You'd better put on your jacket. It's cold outside.
The blouse no longer fits me.
My son has outgrown these trousers.
The shoes are worn out.
I don't like wearing the uniform.
Do you want to change before the banquet?
Your shoelace is loose.
You forgot to fasten the collar buttons.
Take off your hat. It doesn't fit.
Lesson 45. Radio and TV.
What channel are you watching now?
There's TV coverage of the NBA tournament.
Do you have a TV guide?
You'll be on air in 2 minutes.
Channel 5 is off the air now.
Turn up your radio, please.
We can't get good pictures on our TV set.
Can this radio receive shortwave?
If you install an outside antenna, you will have better reception.
Turn down the radio, please.
We'll have a soap opera series on TV this week.
Please tune in next time.
We're broadcasting from Moscow.
You can receive our program at shortwave 37.5 mH.
There's too much static.
Lesson 46. About things in the future.
I want to be a journalist after graduation.
If it doesn't rain tomorrow, we'll have a picnic.
As soon as he comes, we'll let him know.
You can stay as long as you pay the rent on time.
When she leaves, he'll cry for a day.
She will go into business when she likes to.
I'll leave for Moscow if I finish my work today.
I'll work for 5 years and then go back to school.
He will become a writer if he goes on doing well in writing.
I hope he will meet me at the airport.
I'm thinking of quitting the job.
I plan to learn photography.
What do you say we have a party this weekend?
She will certainly remain single.
He will probably follow in his father's footsteps.
Lesson 47. Making a phone call.
Hello. May I speak to Mr. Vasilyev?
Just a moment.
Hold on.
He's not in. May I take a message for him?
Yes, please.
Would you answer the phone, please?
I want to make a long-distance call.
This is Mary speaking.
Would you tell Mr. Green that I called?
I must have dialed the wrong number.
I couldn't get through.
I have to hang up now.
Would you call back tomorrow?
There's something wrong with the phone.
I tried to call you, but the line was busy.
Lesson 48. Traveling.
Do you like traveling?
Yes, I've just come back from Moscow.
How did you get there?
I got there by plane.
Where did you visit?
I only had time to visit Almaty.
How did you like it?
It's fantastic.
Why did you go there?
I went there on business.
And do you have friends there?
Yes, a lot of friends.
You must have enjoyed yourself.
Yes, and I took many pictures.
Please let me see them.
Lesson 49. Talking about likes and dislikes.
What's your favorite sport?
I like football best.
Football is my favorite.
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
Neither.
What do you like best, apples, pears, or bananas?
He's crazy about Michael Jordan.
She hates boxing.
She is sick of watching boxing.
She has good taste in clothes.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like collecting stamps.
I prefer tea to coffee.
What do you dislike most about this movie?
I would rather sleep than watch this movie.
Lesson 50. Putting forward your own opinions.
You should take the advice of your teacher.
That's just what I was looking for.
It might be, I suppose.
Good try, but not quite right.
That's rather disappointing.
In my opinion, your new coat is not worth so much money.
Would you mind not spitting everywhere?
It's only a suggestion, you don't have to take it.
If you really want my advice, I don't think you should quit school.
Thanks for your advice, but I have to consider it myself.
He does not pay attention to anybody. You are wasting your time in persuading him.
I am old enough to make up my own mind.
Your work seems not satisfactory.
What about your opinion?
I generally agree with you.
Lesson 51. Getting ready for a journey.
I have so many things to do before I leave.
I have to drop by the bank to get some money.
Traveler's checks are very convenient for long-distance travel.
Do you have anything to declare?
You have to apply for a passport in advance.
You don't have to pay any duty on personal belongings.
Make it an hour and a half. We have to get more food.
Shall we ask Betty to join us?
I put myself entirely in your hands.
Can you tell me the phone number of the inquiry office?
Do you like to take a local train or an express?
I have bought a ticket for a sleeper.
Have you reserved your ticket?
I would never have thought of it if you hadn't mentioned it.
I will see you off at the railway station.
Lesson 52. Countries and Nationalities.
Where are you from?
What's your nationality?
What's your motherland?
Are you a native Chinese?
What's the population of China?
How many provinces do you have?
What's the capital of your country?
I come from Russia.
I was born in China and brought up in Russia.
My country has an area of 500,000 square kilometers.
The capital of my country is Moscow.
My country is rich in natural resources.
That nation is famous for its tourism.
Lesson 53. Things that might have happened.
I would have had a much better holiday if I had stayed at home.
What have you been doing since I saw you last time?
If I had got enough money yesterday, I would have bought that tape.
Looking back on it, I think I shouldn't have given up the contest so easily.
Had I taken a taxi, I wouldn't have been late.
Even if you take the exam again, you won't pass it.
Even if you had given him much more money, he might not have paid off the debt.
What would you have done if you hadn't gone out for a picnic yesterday?
I wish I had told him the truth.
I wish you hadn't cheated me.
If it had been fine, we would have gone to the park.
Would he have seen you if you hadn't waved to him?
You should have studied much harder.
I had thought about arguing with the teacher about that, but I didn't have enough courage.
I had thought about living with my grandparents when my parents went abroad last year.
Lesson 54. Geography and Land Features.
Geographically, China is located in the northern hemisphere.
In this country, the weather is usually very awful.
It is a very beautiful country with many mountains.
This country is famous for its beautiful lakes.
The land in this region is rather dry and parched.
Along the northern coast of this continent, there are many crags.
In Brazil, many ancient forests are very well preserved.
Lumbering is very important in some underdeveloped countries.
The scenery is very beautiful in the small islands in the Pacific Oceans.
What kind of climate do you have in this country?
In the west of America, there are many high peaks and deep canyons.
Which one is the longest river in China?
Do you get much rain in summer?
Is the plain along the river good for farming?
It's cold in Moscow at this time of the year.
Lesson 55. School and Education.
Everyone must receive 9 years of compulsory education.
Children enter primary school at the age of 7.
Some students quit school due to poverty.
There is fierce competition in the college entrance examination.
He majored in computers.
She is working for her double major in English and economics.
I graduated from Moscow University 5 years ago.
It is desirable to apply to good schools.
Mary is in her freshman year.
Lily is a sophomore now.
Mike is already a junior.
As a senior, Peter is writing his thesis.
Mr. Smith is a member of the faculty.
In Russia, there are open universities.
There are many training class and night classes.
Lesson 56. Farms and Factories.
This area is noted for its rich soil.
The place is too stony for farming.
In the flat country, people grow wheat and raise cattle.
He has bought and tractors for the village.
What's the typical farm product in this region?
At this time of the year, farmers begin to plow their fields.
Have you milked the cows?
Pile the hay in the corner.
What's the average yearly output of cars in your factory?
The meat packing industry is developing fast.
Car manufacturers are having a bad time.
State-owned enterprises are getting out of difficulty.
How many workshops are there in your factory?
The computer industry is booming.
The information industry helps boost the global economy.
Lesson 57. Recreational Activities.
What's your favorite sport?
I like football.
What position do you play?
I'm a catcher.
Our team beat their team yesterday.
We are sure to defeat them.
How many years have you been playing ping pong?
My favorite winter sport is skiing.
The basketball championship is exciting.
I was on the track team 10 years ago.
I prefer fishing to swimming.
She is a member of the ski club.
The hardest thing to learn is to be a good loser.
My class went camping last summer.
He's good at lifting weights.
Lesson 58. About newspapers and magazines.
I subscribed to a lot of periodicals last year.
Tom reads newspapers in the afternoon.
What kind of newspapers do you read?
Newspapers and periodicals keep me updated on current affairs.
What column do you like best?
Which do you like better, the news or the editorial?
Do you read advertisements too?
I recommend to you Time and Newsweek. They're excellent.
Fashion is a very popular magazine in America.
What's the circulation of this magazine?
Why don't you put an advertisement in the paper to sell that old car?
I once took a part-time job delivering the Evening Post.
Have you read the article about the rescue of the hostage?
There was much news in the morning paper today.
My friend Tom is a reporter for the New York Times.
Lesson 59. About music and literature.
What's your favorite music?
Do you often go to a concert?
I hate jazz. It's too noisy.
Do you like pop music?
I have never heard the piece before. Who wrote it?
What do you think of their skill?
I find classical concerts more to my liking than rock concerts.
I've never read a more stirring story.
He has a passion for literature.
I am most attracted by Tolstoy.
I never grow tired of novels, though I read them every day.
On Sundays I often spend some time reading in the library.
What do you think about this poem?
I like Tolstoy better than Gogol.
How much do you know about the works of Anton Chekhov?
Lesson 60. About hobbies.
Do you have any hobbies?
What are you interested in?
What are your interests?
What do you do in your spare time?
How do you spend your evenings?
Lots of people like stamp collecting.
I am a Michael Jordan fan.
Does his film appeal to you?
Do you go on picnics?
I particularly like English literature.
What's so interesting about football? We girls don't like it.
She has a particular interest in painting.
I often take my mind off my work by reading an interesting novel.
He plays violin just for enjoyment.
Photography is an expensive hobby.
Lesson 61. Looking for a house.
This house is for rent.
It's really a bargain.
I want to rent a furnished house.
That house is for sale. It has central heating.
What kind of furniture do you like?
This is a rather old house. It needs painting.
I want an apartment with 2 bedrooms and a kitchen.
The houses downtown are very expensive.
How much is the rent for a month?
I feel at home living here. The landlady is very kind to me.
We have a few kitchen things and a dining room set.
There's no gas range in the kitchen, but you can use the electric stove.
There is a shower in the bathroom.
I have a dog, but it's very quiet.
The room has a big closet. You can put your baggage in it.
Lesson 62. Useful phrases.
I promise.
Very interesting.
Do not worry.
Not bad.
Very envious.
Not necessary.
It is time.
Honestly.
You answered correctly.
Wait a minute.
Lesson 63. At a hotel, 1.
Do you have any vacancies?
Yes, we have a nice room on the 4th floor.
How much is it?
$5.00 a night, plus tax.
Can I see it, please?
Certainly. Would you come with me?
Lesson 64. At a hotel, 2.
Do you have a single room for 2 nights?
We only have a small suite.
What's the rate?
0.00 a night, including breakfast.
Fine. Could you show it to me, please?
Of course. Just follow me.
Lesson 65. At a hotel, 3.
Can I reserve a double room for next week?
You can have a room facing the ocean.
How much would it be?
5.00, including tax.
Could I have a look at the room?
Sure. Come this way, please.
Lesson 66. At a hotel, 4.
Do you have a double room with twin beds?
I can let you have a room in the new wing.
What's the daily rate?
0.00 a night.
Could you show me something less expensive?
Yes, of course. Right this way, please.
Lesson 67. Time.
What time is it?
It's 4:45.
Aren't we supposed to be at Jim's house by 5 o'clock?
5 or 5:30. He said it didn't make any difference.
Then maybe we could pick your suit up at the cleaners.
Sure, we have plenty of time.
Lesson 68. Birthdays.
How old are you?
9, but I'll be 10 on May 16th.
I'm older than you. I'll be 10 on May 14th.
Are you going to have a birthday party?
Maybe. I'll have to ask my mother.
Lesson 69. Saying thank you, 1.
I'd better be going.
So soon? Why don't you stay a little longer?
I wish I could, but it's already late.
Oh, it's a shame that you have to leave.
Thank you for a wonderful meal.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Lesson 70. Saying thank you, 2.
I really must be going now.
But you just got here. Can't you stay a little longer?
That's very nice of you, but I really can't.
Well, it's too bad that you have to go.
Thanks very much. It was a great party.
It was our pleasure.
Lesson 71. Happiness.
You look happy today.
I am happy. I just heard I passed my physics exam.
Congratulations. I'm glad somebody's happy.
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, I'm just worried. I guess I have to take a history exam next week.
Lesson 72. Games.
Say, Joe, do you play bridge?
No, I don't play any card games. But I know how to play chess. How about you, George?
Well, I happen to be one of the best chess players around.
Okay. Let's play, then. We'll see who's the best.
Lesson 73. Sports.
Say, What's your favorite sport?
It's hard to say. I like golf a lot, but I guess I like tennis better.
Do you play much tennis?
Yes, quite a bit. How about a game sometime?
Sorry. I'm strictly a spectator. Football, baseball, basketball, golf, I watch them all.
Lesson 74. Asking people to repeat one.
I'm sorry, but I didn't catch what you said.
I said, do you want me to help you?
If you're sure you're not in a hurry, I can use a little help.
Would you like me to get you a cab?
Lesson 75. Asking people to repeat two.
I beg your pardon?
I said, do you need any help?
That's very nice of you. I guess I could use some help.
Just tell me what you'd like me to do.
Lesson 76. Giving compliments, 1.
What a beautiful sweater.
Do you think it looks good on me?
Yes, and it goes beautifully with your pants.
You won't believe it, but it was really cheap.
I wish I could find one just like it.
Lesson 77. Giving compliments, 2.
I like your new coat.
Do you think it fits okay?
Yes. It looks terrific.
I bought it at half price.
You were lucky to find it.
Lesson 78. Giving compliments, 3.
I love that shirt.
Do you really like it?
Yes, it fits perfectly.
It wasn't very expensive either.
That's amazing. It sure looks expensive.
Lesson 79. Apologizing, 1.
I'm afraid I spilled coffee on the tablecloth.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I want to apologize. Is there anything I can do?
Just forget about it. I never did like it anyway.
Lesson 80. Apologizing, 2.
I'm sorry, but I can't find the book you lent me.
That's okay.
I really feel bad about it. Let me buy you a new one.
No. Don't be silly. I wouldn't dream of letting you do that.
Lesson 81. Apologizing, 3.
I feel terrible, but I've just broken your ashtray.
It's nothing to get upset about.
I don't know what to say. I'd like to replace it.
No. It's out of the question.
Lesson 82. The weather, 1.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it's not like what the radio said at all.
I wish it would stay this way for the weekend.
As long as it doesn't snow.
Lesson 83. He weather, 2.
It seems to be clearing up.
It's such a nice change.
I really don't think this weather will last.
Let's just hope it doesn't get cold again.
Lesson 84. The weather, 3.
It looks it's going to be sunny.
Yes, it's much better than yesterday.
They say we're going to get some rain later.
Oh, let's just hope it stays warm.
Lesson 85. The weather, 4.
I think it's going to be a nice day.
It's certainly a big improvement over yesterday.
But it's supposed to get cloudy and windy again this afternoon.
Well, the worst of the winter should be over.
Lesson 86. Asking for change, 1.
Excuse me, but could you give me some change?
Let me see. Are dimes and quarters okay?
I want to make a long-distance phone call.
Then you'll need small change.
Lesson 87. Asking for change, 2.
Sorry to bother you, but do you have change for a 1?
I'll have to look. What do you want it for?
I need it for the parking meter.
I can give you quarters, if that'll help.
Lesson 88. Asking for change, 3.
Pardon me, but I was wondering if you could break a 1.
Let me look. What do you need?
I need the change for the stamp machine.
I think dimes and quarters will do.
Lesson 89. Asking for change, 4.
Excuse me, could you give me change for $1?
I'll see what I have. What do you need it for?
I want to get cigarettes.
You can use quarters, dimes and nickels.
Lesson 90. Making a telephone call, 1.
Hello. Can I speak to Yolanda, please?
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Sorry, but she is out.
Would you tell her Tom Gray called?
I'd be glad to.
Lesson 91. Making a telephone call, 2.
Hello. Is Marie Ward there, please?
I'll see if she's in.
Okay.
I'm afraid she's not here.
Could you give her a message, please?
Yes, of course.
Lesson 92. Making a telephone call, 3.
Hello. Is Mrs. James in, please?
Hang on, please.
All right.
I'm sorry, but I think she's stepped out.
Would you ask her to call Larry Ruskin at 836-2550?
Certainly.
Lesson 93. Making a telephone call, 4.
Hello. Could I please speak to Miss Davis?
Just a minute, please.
Thanks.
She's not at her desk right now.
Could you tell her to give Doug a call when she gets back? She has my number.
Sure.
Lesson 94. Asking for directions, 1.
Excuse me, can you tell me where Main Street is?
Turn left at the second light and then go straight for 2 blocks.
Is it far?
No. It's only a 5-minute walk.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Lesson 95. Asking for directions, 2.
Excuse me. Could you please tell me how to get to the station?
Turn left at the first light. You can't miss it.
Will it take me long to get there?
No. It's not far at all.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Lesson 96. Asking for directions. 3.
Can you help me out? I'm trying to find a post office.
Go 3 blocks and make a right. It's right there.
Should I take the bus?
No. It'll only take about 5 minutes to walk.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Lesson 97. Asking for directions. 4.
Pardon me. I wonder if you could tell me how to get to Mott Street?
Keep going straight for 2 blocks, then turn right on Elm Street and you'll run right into it.
Is it too far to walk?
No. It's only a little ways.
Thanks.
Sure. Have a good day.
Lesson 98. Making an appointment. 1.
Would Dr. Block be able to see me at 9:30 tomorrow?
I'm sorry, but she won't have any openings until 11 o'clock, unless there's a cancellation.
Would 1 o'clock be convenient?
Yes, she's free then.
Lesson 99. Making an appointment. 2.
I wonder if the dentist could fit me in early tomorrow?
I'm afraid there's nothing available before noon.
How about 12:45?
Sorry, but she's busy then too.
Lesson 100. Making an appointment. 3.
I'd like to make an appointment with Professor Smith. Would 9 o'clock tomorrow be all right?
I'm afraid not. She doesn't have any openings in the morning.
Could I possibly make it early in the afternoon?
No, that's not good either. But give me your number and I'll call you if somebody cancels.
Lesson 101. Making an appointment. 4.
Do you think the doctor could see me tomorrow before 9:30?
She won't be in until 10:45, so the earliest would be 11 o'clock.
How would 12:45 be?
Just a second. I'll have to check.
Lesson 102. On a bus. 1.
Does this bus go to the train station?
No, you'll have to get off at the bank and take the A52.
How long is the ride?
About 10 minutes.
Lesson 103. On a bus. 2.
Is this the bus for Park Ridge?
No. It only goes as far as Main Street, but you can get the number 31 there.
How long does it take to get there?
It only takes a few minutes.
Lesson 104. On a bus. 3.
Does this bus go to the beach?
No. You're going the wrong way. You want the number 11. It stops in front of the post office.
About how long does it take?
Only 15 minutes.
Lesson 105. On a bus. 4.
Is this the right bus for Pacific Boulevard?
No. You should have taken the Yellow Line bus. You can get one at the next stop.
Is it long ride?
Not that long.
Lesson 106. Taking a taxi. 1.
Kennedy Airport, please. I have to be there by 7 o'clock.
I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best.
Okay. That'll be 2.00, please.
Thanks a lot. Here.
Lesson 107. Taking a taxi, 2.
Do you think you can get me to Union Station by 1:15?
We shouldn't have any trouble if the traffic isn't too heavy.
You've got plenty of time. That's 0.65, please.
Thank you very much. Here's 0.00. Give me 0.00 back, please.
Lesson 108. Taking a taxi, 3.
The Hilton Hotel, please. I have a 10.30 appointment.
You'll be there in plenty of time.
Here we are. 0.50, please.
Thank you. Here's 0.00. Keep the change.
Lesson 109. Taking a taxi, 4.
Grand Central Station, please. I want to try to catch a 6 o'clock train.
I think you'll make it if we don't get stuck in a traffic jam.
This is it. That's 0.15, please.
Here.
Lesson 110. At a railroad station, 1.
What time does the train for Boston leave?
9:25 on track 12.
When does it arrive?
It should be there at 11:45, but it may be a little late.
How much is a one-way ticket?
It's 2.00 coach and 0.00 club car.
Lesson 111. At a railroad station, 2.
Which train do I take to Philadelphia?
Track 4 at 9:30.
How long does it take?
It's due in at noon.
What's the round-trip fare?
It's 5.00 one-way or 5.00 for a weekend excursion.
Lesson 112. At a railroad station, 3.
What track does the Metroliner leave from?
That's track 1 at 9:45.
What time does it get in?
It gets in around 11:45.
What's the fare?
Coach is 2.00.
Lesson 113. At a railroad station, 4.
What time's the next train to Washington?
That's 9:26 on track 16.
When does it get there?
It's scheduled to arrive at 11:50.
How much is it?
It's 0.00 one-way or 5.00 round trip.
Lesson 114. The New York City Subway, 1.
Which train do I take to Columbus Circle, please?
Take the Uptown train and get off at the next station.
And where do I get the train?
Just go down those steps.
Lesson 115. The New York City Subway, 2.
How do I get to Rockefeller Center?
Take the RR to 34th Street, then change to the D train and go 2 stops.
Which platform is it on?
Go down the stairs over there.
Lesson 116. The New York City Subway, 3.
Which line do I take for Greenwich Village?
You can take the D, the F or the A, just make sure you're going downtown.
How do I get down to the trains?
Take the escalator and then go to the right.
Lesson 117. The New York City Subway, 4.
Can you tell me the best way to get to Wall Street?
You want the 7th Avenue Express, the number 2.
Which way should I go?
Go straight down those stairs and follow the signs.
Lesson 118. Making airline reservations, 1.
I want to fly to Chicago on Thursday, the 1st.
Let me see what's available.
I want to go coach, and I'd prefer a morning flight.
United's Flight 102 leaves at 9:20.
That's fine. What time do I have to be at the airport?
Check-in time is 8:45.
Lesson 119. Making airline reservations, 2.
I'd like to make a reservation to Los Angeles for next Monday.
Just a second and I'll check the schedule.
I'll need an economy ticket with an open return.
TWA has a flight leaving at 9:25.
I guess that's okay. What time should I check in?
You have to be there half an hour before departure time.
Lesson 120. Making airline reservations, 3.
What flights do you have from New York to London tomorrow?
One moment, please, and I'll find out what's available.
I'd like to travel first class.
Okay. We have a non-stop flight leaving Kennedy at 9:25.
When should I get to the airport?
Please be there by 8:45 at the latest.
Lesson 121. Making airline reservations, 4.
Do you fly to Dallas on Sunday?
Just a minute and I'll see if there are any flights.
By the way, I don't want a night flight.
There's a DC-10 out of LaGuardia Airport at 9:15.
When am I supposed to check in?
Try to be there by 8:15. The airport will be crowded.
Lesson 122. Renting a car, 1.
How much is it to rent an economy car?
$9.00 a day or $29.00 a week, unlimited mileage.
Could I have one for tomorrow morning?
Do you have your driver's license?
Sure. Here it is.
Good. Now just complete this form.
Lesson 123. Renting a car, 2.
What's the rate for a station wagon?
The daily rate is $2.00 plus 39 cents per mile.
Good. I'll take it right now, if possible.
Can I see your license, please?
Of course. I have my own license and an international license.
That's fine. Fill out this form and let me see your credit card, please.
Lesson 124. Renting a car, 3.
How much does it cost to tint a mid-zone car?
I can give you one for 4.00 a day or 58.00 a week.
Fine. I'd like to reserve one for next Tuesday.
May I see your driver's license?
Yes. It's right here.
Okay. You'll have to use a credit card or leave a OO deposit.
Lesson 125. Renting a car, 4.
If I wanted to rent a van, how much would it cost?
Let's see. That would be 0.00 a day plus 38 cents a mile.
That sounds okay. I'll need it from the 10th to the 14th.
Do you have a valid license?
Yeah. Here.
Fine. Now complete this form and sign your name at the bottom.
Lesson 126. At a gas station, 1.
Fill it up with unleaded and check the oil, please.
Do you want me to check the tires?
No, that's all for now. What does it come to?
0.00.
Lesson 127. At a gas station, 2.
Fill it up with regular, please.
Alright. Should I take a look at your battery?
No, thanks. I'm in a hurry. How much is it?
0.00, please.
Lesson 128. At a gas station, 3.
Fill it up with premium, please.
Sure. Should I check your radiator?
No, that's okay. How much do I owe you?
That's B0.00.
Lesson 129. At a gas station, 4.
Fill it up, please.
Fine. Do you want your windshield cleaned?
No, thank you. I don't have time. How much is that?
It comes to 0.00.
Lesson 130. On the highway, 1.
We'd better stop and rest pretty soon.
Okay. I'll look at the map to see exactly where we are.
Do you think we'll have any trouble finding a room for the night?
I'm sure it'll be easy to find a place.
Lesson 131. On the highway, 2.
We have to watch for Interstate 87.
Right. We still have a ways to go, though.
How about staying at a hotel in the city tonight?
It might be hard to find a good place to stay this late.
Lesson 132. On the highway, 3.
Let's stop soon. We've driven enough for one day.
Alright, but we still have a little farther to go.
I think we should try to find a reasonable motel tonight.
That shouldn't be hard to do.
Lesson 133. On the highway, 4.
Shouldn't we start looking for a place to stay?
Okay. Why don't you check the map to see where we are?
I hope we can find a cheap place to spend the night, don't you?
I don't think we'll have any trouble.
Lesson 134. Ordering breakfast.
Would you like to order now?
Yes. I'd like bacon and eggs with buttered toast. No jelly.
What would you like to drink?
Do you have hot chocolate?
Yes, we do.
Then, I'll have a cup of hot chocolate.
How do you want your eggs?
Over easy, please.
Lesson 135. Finding a room, 1.
Do you take in students?
Yes. If you don't mind sharing room, there's one available.
How much is it?
0.00 a week.
Do you think I could have a look at it, please?
I am on my way out now. Could you come back in an hour?
Lesson 136. Finding the room, 2.
I've been told you might have a vacant room.
Yes. I have a spare room.
How much are you asking?
0.00 a night.
Could I see the room, please?
Sure. Come on in.
Lesson 137. Finding a room, 3.
A friend told me I might find a room here.
Yes. I'll have a room free next week.
What do you charge?
5.00 a week, but you can't have visitors.
Fine. Would it be okay to look at the room?
Could you come back later? We're right in the middle of dinner.
Lesson 138. Finding the room, 4.
I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for a room.
Yes. I've got a small room.
How much do you charge?
5.00 a week, but don't allow smoking.
Okay. Can I see the room now?
Would you mind waiting? I'm on the telephone.
Lesson 139. At a bank, 1.
I'd like to change these pesos, please.
How do you want them?
It doesn't make any difference.
Did you want anything else?
Yes, I'd like to open an account.
Lesson 140. At a bank, 2.
Would you cash these traveler's checks, please?
How would you like them?
In $10 bill, please.
Is there anything else?
Yes, I'd like to know how to send money to France.
Lesson 141. At a bank, 3.
Could I change these pounds for dollars, please?
Do you want small bills or large?
It doesn't matter.
Do you want anything else?
Yes, I'd like to know the exchange rate for yen.
Lesson 142. At a bank, 4.
Could you change these for me, please?
What would you like?
20s and some smaller bills, please.
Anything else?
Yes. Could you tell me my balance? Here's my account number.
Lesson 143. In a post office, 1.
How much is an airmail letter to Japan?
I'll have to check. Can I help you with anything else?
I'd like a 20-cent stamp, please.
There you are.
Lesson 144. In a post office, 2.
Could you tell me how much it would cost to send this to France by regular mail?
I'll look it up. Is there anything else?
Yes. I'd like 5 airmail stamps.
Here you are.
Lesson 145. In a post office, 3.
How much would a postcard to Brazil be?
Let me check for you. Do you need anything else?
Yes. I'd like a book of 20-cent stamps, please.
Here you are.
Lesson 146. In a post office, 4.
How much more would it cost to send this special delivery?
Just a second. I'll have to check that. Anything else I can do for you?
Yes. I'd like to send a 0.00 money order.
There you go.
Lesson 147. Making a date.
What time are you leaving tomorrow?
You mean to go to the graduation ceremony?
Yes, I'd like to go with you if I may.
I'd be delighted to take you. I plan to leave here about 9:30.
Fine. I can be ready by then.
Okay. I'll pick you up at your house.
See you tomorrow, then, about 9:30.
Lesson 148. Getting a haircut, 1.
How do you want it?
Cut it short all over.
Would you like it washed?
No, thank you. It's okay.
Lesson 149. Getting a haircut, 2.
How would you like it?
Trim the back, but leave it long on the sides, please.
Do you want a shampoo?
No, thanks.
Lesson 150. Getting a haircut, 3.
How would you like me to cut it?
Just a trim, please.
Do you want it thinned?
No, I don't think so, thanks.
Lesson 151. Getting a haircut, 4.
What do you want me to do?
Not too much off, please.
Do you want a conditioner?
No, that's fine, thanks.
Lesson 152. Shopping, 1.
Are you being helped?
No. What do you have in brown suede jackets, size 40?
The closest I have is a 38.
Do you think you'll be getting any more in?
No, but they might have them at our other store.
Lesson 153. Shopping, 2.
Is anybody waiting on you?
No. I'm trying to find a green sweater in extra large.
We have your size, but not in that color.
Can you order one for me?
Certainly. Just give me your name and address.
Lesson 154. Shopping, 3.
Is somebody taking care of you?
No. I'd like a long-sleeved shirt in yellow, medium.
I think we're out of your size.
Well, can you get me one?
I think so. Check back next week.
Lesson 155. Shopping, 4.
Is anyone helping you?
No. I'm looking for a navy blue raincoat, size 36.
I'm afraid we don't have any left.
Will you be getting more in?
Yes. Try us again next Monday.
Lesson 156. Planning an evening out, 1.
How would you like to go to a movie tonight?
Thanks for asking, but I don't think so.
Then what about trying that new Chinese restaurant?
No. I'd rather stay home and watch TV.
Lesson 157. Planning an evening out, 2.
How about going to see Maria tonight?
Not tonight. Maybe another time.
Come on. It would do you good to get out.
No. I want to get to bed early tonight.
Lesson 158. Planning an evening out, 3.
Let's go roller skating.
I really don't feel like it tonight.
Well, would you like to do anything?
No. If you don't mind, I'm just going to stay home tonight.
Lesson 159. Planning an evening out, 4.
Why don't we go dancing?
No. I'm really not in the mood.
Then why don't we just go out and get something to eat?
No. I want to stay home tonight for a change.
Lesson 160. Buying theater tickets, 1.
I'd like to reserve 2 seats for tomorrow night.
Would you like orchestra seat?
Isn't there anything less expensive?
Not unless you want the matinee.
Lesson 161. Buying theater tickets, 2.
Can I still get tickets for tonight's performance?
The front balcony is still available.
Aren't there any other seats?
No, I'm afraid that's it.
Lesson 162. Buying theater tickets, 3.
Are there any seats left for Saturday night?
I still have a few seats in the mezzanine.
I suppose there's nothing cheaper, is there?
No. Nothing. I'm sorry.
Lesson 163. Buying theater tickets, 4.
Is there anything available for tonight?
There are some seats in the rear mezzanine.
Isn't there anything else available?
No, the show is almost sold out.
Lesson 164. Watching television, 1.
Is there anything worth watching on another channel?
I think there's a Western on.
Do you mind if we watch it? I'd really like to see it.
Well, I really wanted to see the baseball game.
Lesson 165. Watching television, 2.
Do you happen to know what's on after the news?
I've got a feeling there's a documentary about animals.
Does anybody mind if we watch it?
Don't you want to see part 2 of the movie?
Lesson 166. Watching television, 3.
Do you remember what comes on next?
I believe there's a TV special.
Are you interested in watching it?
Let me look in the TV guide first.
Lesson 167. Watching television. 4.
What's on Channel 2 at 8 o'clock?
If I remember correctly, there's a quiz show.
Do you want to watch it?
Let's see what else is on first.
Lesson 168. Transportation.
Shall we take a taxi or a bus to the meeting?
We'd better take a bus. It's almost impossible to find a taxi during rush hour.
Isn't that a bus stop over there?
Yes. Oh, there's a bus now. We'll have to run to catch it.
Okay. Oh, no. We just missed it.
Never mind. There'll be another one in 10 minutes.
Lesson 169. Greetings, good friends.
Hi. What's up?
Nothing much. What's new with you?
Not too much. I've been pretty busy.
Me too. Seems like all I do is eat and sleep.
Gotta go. Call me tonight.
Okay. Check you later.
Lesson 170. Daily needs.
This is the last of the milk.
I know. I intend to go to the store today.
Would you get some of that new cereal we saw advertised on TV?
Which one?
You know, the one with the silly ad about how vitamins jump up and down.
Oh, you mean Kiki's?
Yeah. That's the one.
Well, I'll see. Sometimes the stores don't have some of the new kinds of cereal.
Lesson 171. Near accident.
How about that?
What? What happened?
Did you see what that guy did?
No. I was looking the other way.
He made a U-turn right in the middle of the block and almost hit a kid on a bicycle.
Drivers get crazier every day.
Right. Nobody wants to drive by the rules anymore.
Lesson 172. Arrival time.
What time does Mother's plane get in?
I'm not sure, but I think at 2:35. I'll call the airline to make sure.
Why don't you do that while I change my clothes?
Do you think Dick or Brenda will want to go?
I don't know. I guess we could call them.
I know Dick has to work, but maybe Brenda can go.
Okay. Call her first, then the airline. I'll go get ready.
Lesson 173. At the bank.
May I help you?
I'd like to cash this check, please.
Do you have an account with us?
Yeah. Here's my identification card.
Do you want large or small bills?
Actually, I want to buy some traveler's checks.
What denomination?
20s would be fine.
Do you want the whole amount in traveler's checks?
Yes, please.
Lesson 174. Discussing a news story.
Did you hear about that guy who was struck by lightning?
You mean that man up in Maine?
That's the one, the blind guy who could see again.
I read about him in the paper this week. He'd been blind for about 8 or 9 years.
Wasn't he also able to hear again after the lightning hit him?
Right. He didn't have to wear a hearing aid anymore.
I think it was a miracle.
Me too.
Lesson 175. Weekend Plans.
Hi. I'm glad I ran into you.
Why? What's up?
How'd you like to go on a hike this weekend?
All weekend?
Well, just Saturday and Sunday.
I'm not sure I can be gone all weekend. I promised to help my sister move Saturday.
How about Sunday, then? We could start early in the morning.
I might be able to do that. Tell you what. Let me check and I'll call you at home tonight.
Great. I'll talk to you later.
So long.
Lesson 176. Informal greetings and farewells.
Hi, Helen. How's it going?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Just fine. Where are you off to?
To the library. I've got a history exam next week and need to start studying. Ugh.
Oh, no. Well, I'll see you later then. Good luck.
Thanks. See you later.
Lesson 177. A telephone call.
Hi, Alice, it's John. How are you?
Oh, hi, John. I was just thinking about you.
That's nice. I was wondering if you'd like to go to a movie tonight.
Sure, I'd love to. What's playing?
I was thinking about that new comedy Lights Out. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Okay, I'll pick you up around 7:30. The movie starts at 8 o'clock.
See you then. Bye.
Lesson 178. Shopping.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a sweater, in a size medium.
Let's see. Here's a nice white one. What do you think?
I think I'd rather have it in blue.
Okay. Here's blue, in a medium. Would you like to try it on?
Okay. Yes, I love it. It fits perfectly. How much is it?
It's 0. It will be 3, with tax.
Lesson 179. Getting ready.
We don't have much time.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can.
Well, try to hurry a little bit more, will you? I don't want to be late.
Oh, we won't be late. You know how these affairs are. They never start on time.
Maybe so. But I always like to get there on time.
Oh, you're such a fuddy-duddy. Don't worry. I'll get you there with time to spare.
Is that a promise?
It's a promise. Now leave me alone while I finish getting ready.